Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 23. In today's video I'm going to show you how to get gold in all of the sections here in the circuit of Assen. If you want to look at my controller overlay you can do so now, but if not I will move on to the video. So here we go then, into sector 1, get us across the line there, use the ride out device if you want to, and start braking at the 150 metre marker. Nice and gentle and nice and calm, move your way into the apex of Harbach for turn 1. A little bit of a wheelie there, try to avoid it by going a little bit less on the acceleration. Brake on an angle into the Ossenbroken corner. You can either go quite wide or quite tight, it's entirely up to you. I'm going to show you a very tight line, and then I'll show you a different one in a moment. Very late into Struben, and unfortunately we did downshift a bit too early there, but I want to show you the difference in doing it properly in just a moment. So across the line, that is gold, but we can do it a little bit better. So across the line we go, ride out device, keep an eye out for the 150 metre braking point. Start braking in, keep it in nice and tight to the apex for Harbach 1. Pay attention to how the acceleration is being applied this time around, and same can be said for the brake here. Moving the analog stick to a nice angle to move Yamaha's Fabio Quartararo to the right hand side. Again moving in, once again quite tight, and then nice and gentle upon the brakes this time. Very tight, wait for the moment, and start to accelerate. Do not press the ride out device because you need the mobility for the next corner. So once the autopilot has given you free control, go into Struben as we just practiced a moment ago, bring on the acceleration and gently move the bike over to the right here, but once again do not press the ride height device. You're going to need to go up all the way to 6th gear, move over to the right hand side, be brave here and then start braking nice and gently. If you brake quite aggressively there, the bike's going to lock and it's going to throw you off, so be careful changing of direction and braking. So once you've escaped Struben, bring on the power again. Once again, I have to reiterate, do not bring on the ride height device. Upshift all the way up to 6, and as you see the corner coming into distance, move over to the right hand side. There's a white line on the left hand side of the circuit which is really helpful as a guide on when to turn that bike across. So after a very quick section 2, be very careful here because the autopilot does like to throw you to the left hand side. So try and fight it, get into the middle of the corner there for Steckenval, and avoid the rumble strip if you can there because you do lose a bit of time getting caught on there. Brake really early as that rumble strip begins onto the right side for De Bolt. As you now go to the left and then chuck it into the right again, being once again calm on the brakes. Look how it's just gently moving around. I'm not pressing aggressively, I'm not pressing abruptly, just calm and collected. Smooth acceleration will get across the line. That is another gold. So once again, be careful of the autopilot taking you out off the circuit. Into Steckenval, we go tight to the apex and bring on the power. Keep the bike straight and start looking towards the right here. There's a rumble strip. Brake nice and early. Keep the Yamaha in tight to the apex. Not that tight, but close enough. And then back again into Mandevin for turn 10. You can either go a little bit deeper here, like I'm going to show you now, by hitting the outside apex and bring it in tight for the Dukersloot and charge down the straight for the finish of the section. So now into sector 4, sort all your electronics out and prepare yourself coming into the Dukersloot just like you did in the end of sector 3. Get onto the straight here ever so slightly, get into the 4th gear, but don't upshift until you're ready to bring on the power. If you upshift too early there, there'll be low revs and you won't have that speed going into the corner. So now into the ram shot, you got to brake nice and early upon that change of direction. Early again for the gear timber chicane. There's no benefit from going too late there. It's better to go too early, hit the apexes and charge down across the straight. So now we start from Dukersloot for turn 11. I want to show you what happens now if you prematurely upshift to 5th gear. You see how it's bogging down, it's not as fast, you can't move as quick, so use that to your knowledge there and make sure you stay in 4th gear and then upshift at the last point. Start braking as you see that rumble strip to your left hand side, gentle. Don't downshift to 1st gear unless you're confident with the sliding. If you're not, stick in 2nd gear and just slowly change the gears that way around. So Assen's a quite a fast and long track as we've seen, so I'm going to show you 2 laps now on how to complete the challenge. It's a pretty easy circuit to do, so I don't doubt that you guys are going to be absolutely fine. Take your time with it and listen to my guide, I would say. So start braking at the 150 metre marker. This will bring you in at a very nice pace going into Harbach. A little bit wide there, but it's not a problem. Bring it in tight to Magic for turn 2 and start braking on the angle at about 60-75% brake press. Move over to the right hand side, much better apex this time around because we're going to hit the turn 4. Nice and gentle upon the brakes, downshifting 1st gear when the revs are matched, and then start slowly accelerating. Don't aggressively push on it because you'll just find yourself going off the circuit. Once again, do not touch the ride-out device and move over as you see that white line to your left-hand side there. Now you can cut across onto the apex and move into the Russian hook with quite a lot of confidence. Move over to the left and chuck it back into the right for second vol. A little bit deep, but it's not a problem. We'll start bringing on the power. Ride-out device enabled this time, but it's completely optional. Hard on the brakes we go then for turn 9. Sliding a little bit, too much rear brake that time around, but it's not an issue as we now go to the right again for Mandevin for turn 10. I'm just trying to show you guys how much things you can do and still get the gold here in Assen. Going to try and give you as many points and tips as I can as we now go to the right hand side. Still sticking in 4th gear, upshifting at 5th at the right optimal time. Same can be said for 6, and start turning into the left hand side. The second you get over to the right and you're able to turn, move in to the left. Start braking as you get matching parallel with the brake and rumble strips to your left, and then start with the change direction. Beautifully done this time around for turn 17 and 18. Cross the line, that is a goal lap time. So in typical DrAce fashion, we're going to do it just one more time. I want to make sure we can drill this home so you guys are confident here in one of the greatest circuits ever designed. Into the long straight, keep an eye out to the left hand side. You know what I'm going to say, there's a 150 metre marker. Turn in to the right there for Hardbach. Beautiful tight apex this time around. Look how much speed we've got coming out to turn 1 there. Nice and early upon the brakes so you can just gradually bring the bike in. Not any harder on the brakes there because you'll lock the front and you won't be able to turn, and that is massive for a corner like Assen. Nice and late on the brakes there going into Strubben. Downshifting at the right time. We can now bring on the power. Small wheelie there. That was just either a little bit late of an upshift or too aggressive on the power. Keep an eye for those white lines. There they are to the left. And now you can start braking into the Weinschlang. Pay attention to how much little brake is being applied in some of these corners as well, guys. I cannot stress that enough. There's no need to be pressing them really, really aggressively. Nothing is pressed aggressively. You've just got to be smooth and calm, just like Fabio Quartararo would be on his Yamaha YZR M1. So now to the left-hand side, then back across into Mandevin for turn 10. Hold the throttle, nice and calm. See how it's just balancing? It's in position. It's exactly where it needs to be. It's not bouncing. It's not being thrown around. It's in the exact same point. But there you go. Accidentally upshifting to 5th gear. I'm just as capable of doing that mistake as anyone else. And he did lose time going into the ramshut corner. Get yourself parallel with the brakes, the rumble strip to the left. Hard on the brakes. Nice and calm. Into 2nd gear. Change the direction for 17. Back across to 18. And that is the gold. So there you go then, guys. Thank you very much for watching. 2 consistent lap times here in Assen. If you need any more support, my DMs are open. You can message me on Instagram. You can message me on Discord. Wherever it is you feel better, or even in the comments section down below. More than happy to help. So upon that note, guys, see you in the next guide. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and even consider joining the DrAce pit crew if you do really enjoy these guides. Thanks for watching, guys. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.